And for the Gamecocks, the last team they lost to, that was, of course, Iowa last year in the Final Four. Now, this is the third women's national title game to feature the National Player of the Year against the AP Poll's #1 team. In the previous two matchups, well, it was the #1 team that has taken the title. Just 4 minutes into this one, it was Iowa up 7. Caitlin Clark pulling up from 35 feet, and she connects. I mean, it's reasons like that
awesome.
as to why she has rewritten record books in college. Clark scored 11 straight points for Iowa in the first dying seconds of the quarter, 4-point Hawkeye lead, and Clark with another deep triple. She had 18 points in the first, most ever in any quarter of the championship game. And on that triple, she also set the all-time record with 480 career NCAA tournament points.
Wow.
All right, remember, this is her last college game. Final seconds of the second quarter, the undefeated Gamecocks now up 1. Raven Johnson with the steal on Clark finishes at the other end. South Carolina outscored Iowa by 10 in the second quarter and limited Clark to 3 points. They led by 4 at the break. Late in the third quarter, SC's lead at 8, and Malaysia Fuwaili with a great dish to fellow freshman Tessa Johnson, who cashes the triple. The Gamecocks 73-1 over the last 2 seasons, and as I mentioned, their only loss coming in last year's Final Four against Iowa. They led by 9 heading to the fourth, and early in the quarter, Clark hits a step back 3. That gives her 30. That was part of an 8-0 Iowa run. They pulled it to within 6. With 3 minutes to go, Kamilla Cardoso rejects it. Addison O'Grady.
Too much.
O'Grady. Yes, and then at the other end, Cardoso fights for the rebound, gets the layup to fall. She finished with 15 points, 17 rebounds, and 3 blocks. 17 rebounds. South Carolina is back in control. Final minute with Iowa down 10. Caitlin Clark's incredible college career comes to an end. Checking out of the game one final time, wearing the Hawkeye jersey to a much-deserved standing ovation. Look at that career. Then it was time to crown the champions.
Perfection with a touch of sweet redemption. Undefeated South Carolina has won its 3rd national championship.
You can see Coach Dawn Staley brought to tears as her Gamecocks become the 10th team in history to complete an undefeated season, avenging their loss to Clark and Iowa just a season ago. Their 3rd national title and 2nd in the last 3 years.
I'm super proud of where I work. I'm super proud of our fans. I mean, it's awesome. It's awesome. It's unbelievable. When young people lock in and have a belief and have a trust, and their parents have that same trust, this is what can happen. They made history. They etched their names in the history books.
What does it mean for this program for you to have done all you guys have accomplished this year with a perfect team and the last couple of years with the dynasty you've built in South Carolina?
Well, it means that we have quietly have done things, in my opinion, the right way. I don't think that's talked about enough, what we've been able to do, and I don't know why, and I really don't care why.
Well, as for Caitlin Clark, she finished the season with 314 more points than second place Juju Watkins of USC, and that is a 34% increase. Now, we all know it was an epic season from start to finish. Iowa's first game was actually an exhibition game at the football stadium on campus, and more than 55,000 fans were there for the biggest attendance in women's basketball history. Of course, Clark, the big draw for that one.
When I think about women's basketball going forward, you know, obviously it's just going to continue to grow, whether it's at the WNBA level, whether it's at the college level. Like, everybody sees it, everybody knows, everybody sees the viewership numbers. When you're given an opportunity, women's sports just kind of thrives. And I think that's been the coolest part for me on this journey is just, you know, we start our season playing in front of 55,000 people in Kinnick Stadium, and now we're ending it probably playing in front of 15 million people or more on TV. You know, it just continues to get better and better and better. And there's going to be tears. It is sad that this is all over and this is the last time I'm going to put on an Iowa jersey. So I think just reflecting back and, you know, soaking in everything that I was able to do, because basically anybody other than me and Coach Bluter never thought this was possible.
I want to personally thank Caitlin Clark for lifting up our sport. She carried a heavy load for our sport. And it just is not going to stop here on the collegiate tour. But when she is the #1 pick in the WNBA draft, she's gonna lift that league up as well. So Caitlin Clark, if you're out there, you are one of the GOATs of our games. We appreciate you.
And post-game, Clark posting a photo on her Instagram with the message, "I'll miss ya," as Clark closes the book on a historic collegiate career.